If you can learn to be steady in uncertain times, I think that's a skill that will help you, that will pay dividends for you, and you will obviously be able to see out that stormy approach that you are stuck in. And I guess some people would regard it as having a stoic attitude towards the things that are happening to you. Staying firm, not being moved in any way by the turbulence that can really operate around a person. And if you let it, I guess the issues is that it could make even bigger problems for you. So keeping your head down, seeing out the storm, that's not a bad thing. I've, in the last few weeks, had, I guess, like most people, the odd occasion where people have presented in a certain way. I have offered kindness and warmth back, and the dividends of that is that it's actually stopped them in their tracks. They've not continued with a bad behaviour. They've not continued with a denigration of you, and they have stopped straight away. I think when you praise somebody or give somebody encouragement, especially in the face of aridity, when they're offering you discourse, it's a real tough thing to do. Naturally, you want to defend your position, defend how you feel, but being the complete opposite of that can really terminate the negativity in that conversation and completely blow them away. And it also shows growth on your part, your ability to be able to take a problem, resolve it, and move forward. And that is such an important thing to do in life. And keeping that stability, keeping your head down, keeping your peace about you will pay dividends for you. Not necessarily, though, for the person that's offering you the issues and the problems. Because I always find when people present that way, it's very often because they're not happy in their lives. They're upset. They haven't got the life they wanted. They've got problems going on in their life, in their minds, and they see everything and everyone as a potential threat. And I guess as human beings, we're kind of hardwired that way. And it takes a little, I guess, optimism to pursue a different approach. But when people are negative and are, I guess, just distasteful, to offer a compliment in the face of all that seems to go against the grain. But I guess in doing that, it just kills any momentum that they might have in relation to upsetting you and being, I guess, challenging to you. I guess the conversation really depends on what the conversation's about, the level of understanding they have about that. And sometimes it's about offering empathy and understanding. Not always easy to do when somebody is challenging you or being just downright horrible. But there's many ways that you can challenge that kind of behaviour. So I guess I set the challenge for you. If you could possibly, in the next kind of disparaging conversation, somebody presents in a certain way to you, it might be worth trying that technique out, offering an olive branch. When you give somebody something, not necessarily a physical thing, but during an argument, it is very hard, very difficult for them to pursue a conversation which is both detrimental and horrible. And they more than likely will walk away from that conversation without having any, I guess, continued thoughts of pursuing that argument. When you agree with people as well, even if necessarily you don't inside, but sometimes when you just agree with people, even if you think they're wrong, it kills the argument. It gets rid of it. And when you get rid of the argument, you get rid of the upset, the anger. Because as a younger person, I remember carrying around all these, I guess, emotions of feeling of anger and resentment towards people who I felt had been egregious to me. But that is a bit like a self-poison. It really is. It only serves to really take away from you, and it stops you enjoying your time on the planet. It stops you enjoying life. So the skill here really is offering people the opportunity to be nice, especially when they don't start out nice in the first few minutes of that conversation. And I found the most disrespect that I've ever found is at work. I guess there have been people that have known me and that have offered the I guess, unkind behaviour or approach towards me. But when you have people in your personal life, very often you can sit down and have a conversation. And it doesn't take long before you resolve things one way or another. So maybe the most harmful conversations you're probably going to have are from people that don't even know you. And that might be worth considering, because if they don't know you, then the relevance of that anger, I guess it's easier for you to deal with. We always hang on to the things that come from a sort of personal angle, from people that are personally attached to us. And these things seem to resonate for years. Do you remember the time you were told off when you were a kid, maybe, for doing something or not doing something? These things kind of linger. But as an adult in your place of work, if somebody mentions something, I think it's far easier to detach and remove and approach it in a way which is best serving for you. And having that approach, I think, can help keep the peace in your mind. And having a peaceful, rested mind, I think, is so important. A bit like this beautiful place. All of it serves to make me feel rested and really sort of chilled out from life. Because let's be honest, life can be challenging. People can be challenging. Somebody said to me the other day that the world can be a horrible place. Well, look at this. The world is not a horrible place. It really is based on other people's approach to us and how we are receiving that approach from them. And if I choose not to take on your anger, your upset, your discourse, your bitterness, well, that's on you. And I can stay in the moment and just harvest that peace as much as I can. Because life is for the living, isn't it? It's for enjoying. It's for being happy. So the skill there is saying to people nice things even when they're not being nice to you. It just kills the argument. It stops them in their tracks. It makes them think that actually, am I being fair and reasonable here by behaving this way? Especially if they're normally good, kind, decent human beings. But you never really know. And an argument is trivial, but can last in your mind for a very long time. So try and keep the peace with everybody around you. If you can offer a compliment or give them something in the way of kindness, even if you think they don't deserve it, that can kill an argument in its tracks and stop any potential for it reoccurring. And their view of you is going to be somewhat elevated, given the fact that they came to the table really wanting to argue with you and denigrate you as a human being. And they can do that quite successfully, can't they, people? But if you return with kindness, there's absolutely, fundamentally nowhere to go. And they have only one place. And that place is to retreat and maybe consider how they've behaved and how they've presented to you. If they do that, they're actually good, decent, upstanding people and may think about their approach in the future. Anyway, on that note, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. If you could hype this video or maybe like and subscribe and maybe hit that bell notification, and I'll see you tomorrow.